Oh, what's up, chat? Okay, first off, this video isn't to garner hate towards Average. I'm not saying go hate on her. I'm just trying to stop it before it becomes a trend. We back in the building, back on the channel. This is a little bit of a different video. This is more of like a drama type video. I don't typically do these. We're gonna get into some good things, some bad things, and some things that I hope aren't continuous trends. Recently, as many of you probably know, Average Monkey took a break from YouTube, like a month-long break. Now this is like entirely fine. He just, he kind of left really unexpectedly, really suddenly. Didn't really talk about it at all to anyone. And a lot of people thought he was just gone for like good. So a lot of people were kind of worried. Now the only actual problem with how he left and didn't tell anyone, the only person he actually told was Shrek. If you're not entirely sure who Shrek is, he's the guy who made Big Scary. Him and Average Monkey are pretty close friends, so Average told him why he wasn't active and was kind of just gone. And it's kind of upsetting that he didn't tell like his community why he was gone, but instead opted in to tell dude who made a game. I mean, it kind of makes sense since they were close friends. Average should have been a little bit more transparent with his community. But when he did finally come back, about a week before he actually made a comeback, he would post this image to his Discord. It just kind of explains that he's sorry for leaving, and it's just a DM with Shrek. In the DM, he says he feels like he doesn't have any actual friends, and that he wanted to do something that made him happy, which YouTube didn't. This is entirely understandable, as he was more of like a kid's YouTuber. And really by that, I just mean like he was, nice all the time. He never really said anything out of that was kind of mean. And I mean, I know exactly what that's like, as I do the same thing. And it does get a little bit annoying, and it can eventually lead to you just not wanting to do it anymore because of a lot of like held back emotion. So it's completely understandable, as I'm kind of the same way, and I'm kind of slowly backing away from that. But none of that's actually the real problem I had with it. The real problem really comes in a few days after he said all this. So he would send a message into the Discord. He would post a message into his Discord asking if he purchased Nitro, if it would take effect after the gifted one had run out. Which, that's a completely, like, logical, question, right? Because I would wonder that, too. Like, hey, if my gifted one runs out, well, I have to redo my whole profile if this one doesn't take effect, right? Because completely customizing a Nitro profile is, like, time-consuming. After getting his answer, he thanked the person who had told him. And a few days later, he pinged News Ping, which has about 800 people. So he pinged a little over 800 people, asking them to gift him Nitro. But at least he was willing to give them the donator role for it. But it's still kind of like, kind of greedy that he did this, because Nitro's $10 and he makes a projected earnings of a minimum of 90 just from views. So just from views, he makes around 90 to 250. Like, that's just views. That doesn't include YouTube memberships, which at a minimum are $3. And not everyone pays only the $3. There's multiple people with the 10, which brings the total up to around 250 minimum. So with $250 each month, I think you could definitely spare like $10 of that to buy Nitro, instead of asking your community to gift it to you every month. But eventually someone did gift it to him for an extra month, and they did get their donator role. And then after all that took place, he would say he was going to release his biggest video yet. This video ended up being a video about him making a Gorilla Tag fan game. Now, this looks like a pretty cool game. A very awesome premise. It makes me really happy to see more people getting into making their own games. Now, when he would release this video, he would say in that video that the game is not released, and he's not releasing it unless the video got 5,000 likes, which is a bit more than what he normally gets. It's about as many views as he gets on each video. So it definitely pushed really hard to hit a bunch of likes, which I think is kind of like a bad move. And it seems really greedy to me, at least. I don't know, maybe not to everyone, but to me, begging for likes and not releasing a passion project for your community who supported you, it seems kind of like a jerk move. Dang it, I fell. Darn. However, regardless of this, he promoted the Discord, pinging multiple times for people to join the Discord for his game that was unreleased. He promoted it saying you could easily get mod or beta testers for the game just by joining. However, upon joining the server, there were no mod apps, no beta tester apps, and no instructions on how you could actually get these. And at least for the first day of being in the Discord, he was pinging everyone who was in the server, asking them to boost it. His reason for asking for boosts was to make the server look good. That's not a really good reason to ask for a server boost, because you could have a good server without having 14 boosts. And each boost is $5. So I mean, asking for Nitro for a long time. I don't even know how long he got gifted. It was either 3 months or 12 months. Like begging for gifted Nitro and then a bunch of server boosts and likes. Seems kind of crazy to me. I mean, like asking your community for a bunch of money when you could easily do it yourself. I mean, that's 250 at a minimum. Like that's bare minimum. So I don't know. I mean, with 250, you could certainly do it yourself and then ask for a little bit of help. Like that makes sense. But relying on your community to do it for you, like everything, so you can keep your money is. But yeah, I just hope this kind of doesn't become an actual trend within like the Gorilla Tag fan game creator community. Because it's just kind of scummy, right? I mean, it's fine to give out roles for donations and make them optional and just say you can if you want. Pinging a couple thousand people and saying give me Nitro please is not a good thing to do. And it's also just kind of weird that he's, came in like, oh guys, I'm so sad, I'm like, not in a good place right now, and then he immediately asks for a bunch of stuff. Not that good of a look, right? But using your poor mental health to try and make a profit, not a good look at all, really. There's someone in the code. That scared me. That's pretty much the end of this video. I just kind of hope this doesn't become an actual trend in the whole community, as Average is kind of the leader of the whole content creation in Gorilla Tag fan games, and he kind of influences the rest of everyone. I just hope this video kind of shows you guys, kind of like lets you look into a new light, and I hope it just kind of changes him. I'm not like, trying to bring him down or say like don't like this guy anymore, because he's great. I love Average. He inspired me to do a lot of my content and keep the grind going. He inspired my editing style, and yeah, I just really appreciate him, and I don't want you guys to go and hate him for it. I'm just saying I hope this doesn't become an actual trend. I'm just calling it out, so maybe he'll not do it. I don't know. But yeah, if you want, you can join my Discord, subscribe, like the video. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, and peace out.